Okay, so I had a working shift yesterday, so I was not able to be on the live stream and to trade live on Nasdaq. As a result, I want to be fully transparent to myself. I didn't open chart yet, and I have no idea what happened yesterday. I just have no idea. So I'll make backtesting without even knowing what happened. All right. So let's start now. Let me open yes as well. Let me open the yes as well. And pretty much that's it. So I'm gonna delete everything from the past 2 days. Same on yes. And let's just quickly go through what happened. So I'd also would like to see the daily again just one more time, so I can mark the not just one more time. I mean, I want to see the daily to mark the fair value gap that I just deleted. Alright, F11. Let's go to here. It's like this. So as we see, we had the amazing reaction from this daily. Here we go. Here it is on yes. Amazing displacement to the downside, the immediate previous the low taken. So technically, if I simply consider daily, I would like to see this sell side being taken. That would be amazing. Otherwise, I can potentially expect the buy side. I'm also gonna mark this out in case price decides to go higher. In case price will go higher. So here it is. Nice. So now I can drop to 4-hour time frame to see how the price action on 4-hour time frame. Right, so it's 10 Monday. So okay, I need to be here. Okay, just one more candle. Amazing. So here we go. What I can see immediately. What do I see then? I see that on 4-hour we don't really have any PDRAs on the left that can say that the price is more likely to go higher. However, I can definitely see this upper arrow that was inverted on Nasdaq, but didn't do it at least yet on yes. So that's interesting. Let me just mark it as daily. Okay, I'm not gonna do it. So this is a 4-hour time frame. I'm gonna mark this as my 4-hour. Same on yes. I'm gonna mark this as a 4-hour time frame. I don't know. So far, I like it, to be honest. It looks pretty good, in my opinion. At the same time, I can see that sell side was taken. So this is something that says we might go higher. That's for me. So sell side is taken out. Alright, this is 4-hour. I can also see just newly created 4-hour time frame as well. So I'm gonna mark it as well. This is pretty nice because we can see this beautiful reaction from this 4-hour time frame, which says that okay, potential longs might come later. Just give me a sec. It's 4-hour, not hourly. And same here. So that's what I understand now. Then I simply drop to hourly to see whether the price have any fair value gaps that I can also mark here. Let's just go to 9. Alright, that's a nice displacement. I immediately see this SMT on the top, which is a nice confidence for me. The price is more likely to keep going lower. Also, I can see this market structure shift. Let's see, let's look at the, I also have SMT in the bottom. So price is kind of a bit indecisive right now. I want to check, I want to see what the market is more likely to do next. So far, yes, seems to be weaker and Nasdaq stronger. Okay, that's an 8 a.m. Candle. Technically, I like this inversion because if I go to 4 hour time frame, I think we didn't inverse it. Technically, we're just coming back in. So, do I think we might go higher? 100%. 100%. I will definitely mark this buy side straight away to see whether, because it looks really good. Nice, this buy side. Okay. So far, I like it. Okay, so then I'm just gonna drop to 15 minutes time frame to see what the price is doing there. I will also turn on the market opening closing times indicator so it's easier for me to realize to see where the price opened and closed. Okay, 9:15, two candles more. Alright, we can see this displacement. What does it say to me? We still have double SMT both sides. Price failed to go through this pre-buy set liquidity. What says to me that there is a big chance that we might consider all this as a Y22 entry model on hourly. At the same time, price came back into OTE. I'm almost sure it came into OTE. No, I'm not sure, but I need to check it. I just think so. It almost came to an OTE. Oh no, it's perfectly. Wow, that's so perfect. Let me quickly expand it so I can see it. Yeah, it perfectly came in OTE. That's a perfect direction. Perfect direction. Exactly here. Okay. That confirms me that we might potentially wait with intention model, by the way. Same as I trade, but it's just not my time. But if I have to consider it, would have to consider it, then here's the market structure sheet. Not sure there is any value gaps, didn't check. No, wait 22 model delivery, but it's not my time, so I'm not interested in that. Return on trading sessions as well. You can see that price took both sides. First it was taken the sell side and it was taken the buy side. Do I think it's manipulation or this manipulation? Honestly, I feel like I clashed with this few times, and usually when this happens, when London takes out the sell side of Asia, and then immediately during the same session takes out the high of Asia, it's more likely that New York will take also both sides of London. So it will take buy side and sell side, or sell side and then buy side. So and then it's probably gonna accumulate. So let's just see. So far I like it a lot. But I still have SMT, so okay, I need to come back a bit because I need to check whether there is any PTA raised lower on hourly. Let's say on 4 hour time frame there is nothing. On hourly, all I can see is just this fair value gap, and also this sell side. Okay, so SMT here, and there is literally nothing on Nasdaq. Oh no, I mean on yes, there's nothing on yes. Nasdaq there's fair value gap plus sell side. On yes, it's much weaker, much weaker. the SMT is taken. Potentially it can be manipulation, but now I should ask myself, okay, Nikita, what do you need to enter the trade? Technically, I'm not interested in trading my Y2020 model because price already came back. As you can see, before my actually, before actually my at the time before New York Open, I mean, and ideally I needed it during the New York Open. So now what do I think? I feel like we came back, made a market shift, inverted. We failed to invert this 4 hours, so there was amazing price push. Also, we inverted this 4 hour time frame, immediately pushed back. However, yes, at the same time, or Nasdaq at the same time, didn't invert it yet. So honestly, ideally, I would have to wait for what? Ideally, I'd have to wait for 10 a.m. to see how the 4 hour time frame will close, because if it will close below, then we potentially make a shorts. But at the same time, there is a big problem. It's more likely that the high volume will reach the sell side before 10 a.m. That's what I feel. So it's really hard to backtest, I'm not gonna lie. It's very, very hard to backtest. When it's live price action, it's much easier. I mean, it's not easy, but at least I don't need to be afraid that I might see something in the future, you know. As a result, my analysis will not be fully transparent. What is my goal on this video? I don't know technically. Well, the price crashed back immediately. There's something in the bottom. I would simply wait. Exactly what I said. That's exactly what I have said. We even closed below, came back. Honestly, I think now, how do I think now? I feel like since this sell set was taken, all I want to see now is actually nothing really that much. I don't think that much. Since the sell set is taken, I technically just expect what? All I want to see, let me actually check the 1 minute flow. All I want to see is just this SMT is not valid anymore. No, yeah, it's not valid anymore. So it's nice confirmation for me that we might keep crashing lower. So if I want to see, shorts, what do I need? I need ideally I need to see that this 4 hour time frame is holding the price. Ideally. Then I want to see maybe 3 minutes inversion for value gap. And then I'll target the sell side. In terms of now, yes, I think if we consider discount and premium zone, then price is definitely in premium now. There's also this for value gap. So I would just wait one more bar. Okay, price literally just pushed through all of that. And exactly what I have said. First price takes the London sell side and price takes London buy side. I think I can go longer. Technically, price tends to accumulate, but it doesn't mean that it 100% should be that way. And I know that there is a buy side. Everything is inverted now. Potentially 5 minutes wide 22-inch model. What I think is that if I go to 15 minutes time frame, then potentially I might see this in a much better way, because the sell set is taken. So I was right about the price, the fact that the price volume is more likely to reach the sell side, and that it's more likely to take the London low than the London high, or London high than London low. In this case, price to New York first took the London low, then So I was already was already writing about two statements. However, as we know, being right doesn't mean it being profitable. So let's see how the price will react next. What I see is that potentially this is a market structure shift. Potentially, I'm not saying that's 100% so, but it might be so. Do I think that the price might come back to the discount? The discount is too low. Let me check the first presented for value gap. Okay, the first presented for value gap is here. And then the first presented on Nasdaq is this here. If I'm not mistaken. I think I'm not. No, I'm not mistaken. This is actually. Yep, exactly. So, but understand now. Understand now that I lost. I missed already two moves, but it was a little bit hard to predict it because it's all set for checking just in one candle. So it also seems like, to me, like a accumulation during the both sessions. Then price literally just inversed all of this with a high volume, which says to me that this is more likely manipulation. Do I think that the price might come back lower? 100%. I 100% think so. Do I think this is a market structure shift? No. I would wait a bit. Okay, looks like a market structure shift. But there is a big problem. I don't really have any high time frame for value gap here. Also on ES, I have this for value gap here, 4-hour time frame. So do I think that price can come back at least here? That's a good question. Let me just go a little bit back so I can be fully transparent to myself. I'll want to check 5 minutes time frame for value gap, whether it's here or not. So here's this 5 minute for 5 minute for value gap, which is really big. And if I look at the first PDRE, then it's this 5 minutes for value gap. So technically, I could potentially consider entry until this 5 minutes time frame for value gap. But I think and then displacement of downside. I feel like it would be a bit pointless because price already came back into 5 minutes time frame for value gap. Technically, what I could do is to enter at this point with a stop loss like here, and technically I could just target the 50% or even sunset, but in my opinion this is not reasonable because 5 minutes time frame already taken and I simply wait for the very first PDRE to be taken out. So this trade is not that good. However, what I can consider right now, I can consider this buy side being taken in the side of the daily for value gap. So if I'm not mistaken, it's daily for value gap. So instead of risking, I would probably just wait a bit for price to come back, potentially give me 3 minutes inversion, and then enter from here till the buy side. That's my plan for now. On this trade, let's see. Okay, price comes back into this 4-hour time frame for value gap. Let's see how this 4-hour will close. Okay, that's where the 4-hour time frame for value gap closed. 4-hour time frame candle closed. It closed here, right? It closed inside of the 4-hour for value gap. amazing displacement to the downside of the PD risk. Potentially, I could risk target this 50% area, but I wouldn't do so, honestly. I don't think I would trade that. At this point, I understand that we came back into the discount. Honestly, I don't like the fact that the price is so different, because here we closed inside of the 4-hour time frame for Volga, and here we closed below. What means that we had a reaction in price close here. Do I think we still might push higher? Potentially, yes, but for that I definitely need 5 minutes time frame candles to see whether I'm right or not. To be honest, to consider longs, I definitely need this 5 minutes fair value gap to be inverted. Otherwise, I'm not interested at all. That's what I need to consider longs. To consider longs, if I want to consider shorts, then I want inversion of this 5 minute time frame fair value gap. Let's see how. Okay, amazing displacement from the discount zone, just perfect. Can we close above if? Okay, good reaction. It means that this fair value gap is strong and displacement. So technically, I could potentially consider entry like this. That would be a more conservative entry. With again the negative risk to reward. Or if I would like to risk more, I could potentially consider 3 minutes inversion. But I need to check whether I have it. Yeah, I have it here, so technically I could consider the stop loss here as soon as price. Then the inversion of this 3 minutes for value gap. Displacement. Here we go, and targeting this buy side. So, but I want to leave it the way it is now. Here was the 5 minutes, so let's see how it's gonna look like. Will the price even reach this place? Okay, good displacement, good displacement. We came to daily, so potentially we'll go break even now. Because we're in a daily for value gap, so I'm not willing to risk anything. Let me check how it looks like on. Yes, okay. This displacement. Okay, here we go. I think that would be my trade for today. I would say that's the only trade I would probably make for the day, because I don't think I would consider the entries from after this buy statistic, and I think it's just gonna accumulate. That's my anticipation. Okay. Yeah, I was right about it. Yes, so I was right about it. Technically, what we did is came into the drawn liquidity, which is buy set liquidity inside of the in daily value. On yes, price didn't reach this buy side, so it closed. It's inside of this daily value gap, and then price simply started to accumulate. So technically, I was correct about my anticipations, expectations, and bias. But this trade is not that good because of the negative risk to reward. It's not one to one. It's close, but it's not. Nevertheless, the trade is good. And what I like is this beautiful algorithmic price delivery. Of course, that would be much better if we consider entry after the 3 minutes inversion for Valor, which I feel like it's nice confirmation. I feel like it's not too fast. It's not. It's more confirm. It's more, but it's better in terms of confirm the move comparing to 1 minute. But at the same time, it's not that late as compared to 5 minutes, because 5 minutes might displace too high. And then as a result, I have this risk reward that is less than 1 to 1. However, if I consider the entering after 3 minutes inversion, which one is stronger? So that's my question. I'm not sure which pair is stronger, but I entered on Nasdaq, so let's just consider the Nasdaq for now. Wait, I need to find out which is stronger. Stronger is this because this Nasdaq because yes was below this 4 hour time frame for value gap, and Nasdaq on the contrary just was inside this 4 hour time frame for value gap. But this displacement after the 50% zone is taken is just amazing. So potentially I would consider entering after this 3 minutes. After this 3 minutes inversion, as already told. So let me quickly make this trade, beautiful trade. So during sessions are somehow there. So I'm talking about 3 minutes inversion. It's tiny, but it's still inversion. And then as soon as price made this displacement, I could potentially go for this stop loss. I believe that would be more than conservative option in this case scenario. And then I could target the buy side. In this case, that would be good risk reward, but risk to reward. So here we go. That's the, I would say that's it. I wouldn't trade more because, as I told, I would expect price to accumulate after reaching this drawn liquidity inside of the buy side liquidity inside of the daily for value gap. So that's exactly what happened for the whole day until the closure of the market. So yes, that's pretty it. Okay, that would be a good trading session, trading day. Okay, I'm turning off the